Hey, what's up? It's your girl Nique, and you're tuned in to Nique at Night. Now, as I stated in the beginning, she dropped the album called Good News, and this album has been circulating a lot of bad news and good news and messy drama. Now, her first song in her debut, like this is her debut to the world. This is her debut album. Now, she's dropped freestyles and stuff like that, but this is her first debut album, and her first debut on her album is addressing the Tory Lanez and her situation and throwing shots at Tory and her best friend. Okay, so I'm going to try to read through some of these lyrics. This is her first song in the album, and it says, imagine ends lying about shooting a real B just to save face for rapper ends you chill with. Imagine me giving a F it was your effing birthday. F you. You and your feelings, I just thought it was another Thursday. Now, imagine me cock blocking ends on some dirty dry-ish. Okay, it says, I don't want you on the bench. Believe you wouldn't have been invited. And if it weren't for me, same week you would have been indicted. But my whole thing is like, why wait? Why wait to indict him? Like, I don't know. Anyways, so she says, and if it weren't for me, same week you would have been indicted. Should have let them lock your A up. You offered M's not to talk. I guess that made my friend excited. Now y'all in cahoots, huh? Okay, you a puss in boots. So she said, you shot a 510B with a 22, talking about bones and tendons like them bullets wasn't pellets. Now, on my live video, there was a woman who called in and she said that she was a nurse. And before this song dropped, like days ago, we did this live. She talked about it and she was like, it don't make sense how the wound looks unless it was a very, very small gun, which is a 22 or a BB gun that shoots pellets. And so I find it interesting that in the song, this is what she says. I'm going to put a clip of what the caller said, and then we're going to proceed to read the rest.
In my opinion, I think Meg stretches the truth a lot. Like, that's not her first lie she's gotten caught in. And don't get me wrong, I think Tory may have been aggressive towards her. I don't know the exact situation, but I'm a nurse, and me and my nurse friends, we looked at the picture with her foot, and we were talking. I was like, I used to work trauma. So I'm like, there is no way a bullet shot her in her foot, and her foot did not, like the bones did not shatter unless she got shot with like a BB gun or maybe a 22 from really far away. And her foot did not, like the bones did not shatter unless she got shot with like a BB gun or maybe a 22 from really far away.
All right, so y'all seen what my caller said about it. And again, she was saying that she was a nurse. She felt like this was odd. And she said that it didn't make sense unless it was a 22 or a BB gun that's shooting pellets. And so I thought it was interesting because she said that before Meg the Stallion dropped this song. She was like, you know, the wounds to her didn't make sense. And then so now Meg the Stallion has this song and she's being cocky about it being like a little minor gun. Like she's like popping her ish like, you know, you shot me with this little baby gun, you know, but that's the different energy that she gave. I don't know, I guess. So anyways, you shot a 510B with a 22, talking about bones and tendons like them bullets wasn't pellets. A PM with a P gun in his feelings. Okay, he in the back seat and he keep calling me a B. He a B. We all know the ish I could have came back with, little ass in. He talking about his followers, dollars, and goofy-ish. I told him you're not popping, you're just on the remix. Now, here we are 2020, 8 months later, and we still ain't got no effing justice for Breonna Taylor. I feel like it was whack to put Breonna Taylor in this particular song. That's just me, my opinion. I feel like if she wants to rap about the justice of Breonna Taylor and bring awareness, I feel like it should have been in a separate song. But to attach it to this song, it's almost like she's trying to attach her situation to that situation. And she's been doing that with this whole Black women are unprotected narrative. So to throw her in this song after you just rap about saying that, you know, he's not locked up. Like, if it wasn't for you, he would have been indicted the first week. You should have locked him up. Like, to try to attach yourself to Breonna Taylor when she didn't have the chance to, you know, speak out about a situation. So to attach yourself to that, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of whack. If she want to bring awareness to Breonna Taylor, I feel like it should have been in a separate song. My opinion. Anyways, she said, it's 2020, 8 months later, we still ain't got no justice for Breonna Taylor. Any N on that inside is a clout chaser. F y'all. A B who he effing or a hoe that he paying. So basically she's saying that he's paying Kelsey. Like, all of the things that she has been doing lately has been to discredit Kelsey. Like, immediately when Kelsey had did her live and said that she might talk, then Meg Thee Stallion came out with a story that Tory tried to pay her money. You know, like, it was then released, like, you know, so then it was always like immediately 5 steps ahead of trying to discredit Kelsey before she even talked. So I find that kind of odd as well. Like, you trying to shut her up before she even speak. Like, her friends, before Kelsey has even like made an official statement, Meg's friends was bullying her into saying certain stuff. Meg Thee Stallion, you know, when she then says that she potentially is going to, you know, do an interview or go live, then Meg Thee Stallion puts it in the air and tries to shape it that she was paid, because at first she said that, you know, Tory tried to offer them money. So she insinuated that her friend was silent because she probably took it. And now in the song, she's saying, a B who he effing or a hoe that he paying. Now she's trying to insinuate that Kelsey is only not talking because he paying her. And then it says, imagine me, ha ha ha, imagine me entertaining you effing goofy ass ends and you effing goofy ass B's. Who taking shots at a goofy ass end? Keep your broke ass out of rich B business. And that go for you B's too that's trying to get picked. Talking ish, I slide on you thinking that you slick. Oh ish, it's a lot of weak ass ends in this B. They confused. They hate me, but watch my videos beating they D. Who a snitch? I ain't never went to the police with no names. I thought a B that got her chain snatched, caught a loss, had something to say. So she must be referring to somebody who got their chain snatched and spoke about the situation. I don't know who she's talking about right there. But for her to also attach herself to Breonna Taylor and women not being protected and saying that Black women are unprotected, but then brag about not going to the police in a situation where she should go to the police to protect herself. Because if you care about Black women, I myself personally think that if a person is out shooting women and you are about the protection of Black women, shouldn't you go to the police to solidify that person is in jail so that they can't harm another Black woman? Or is it only for your personal gain? I don't know. That don't make sense to me. But, you know, her fans and, you know, people will say otherwise. Like, feminists will say otherwise. But that don't make sense to me. To brag about not going to the police, but then attach yourself and say women are not protected. Black women specifically are not protected. But then you don't protect other Black women by going to the cops to prevent this person from getting out of jail. Because if you are the complaining witness and you don't speak out about the situation, then even though the DA picked up the charges, the DA could in turn drop or lose the case if you don't speak up. And then if this guy is harmful and detrimental to society, then you're putting other Black women in jeopardy, don't you think? I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. it's given contradictions, but hey. Anyways, okay. So it says, I be speaking facts. They can't handle that. They want me to be the bad guy. Let me put my mask on. I was chose. I ain't asked to be this MFing code. Still the brightest star and not just the one that's up in the rose. Keep it pimping, always acting, do the talking. I know you want the clout, so I ain't saying y'all names. Oh, you out here balling, huh? What you get that money from? 10 toes down from wherever get the Patek or whatever she said. I be so content because I know I'm a real B. And anything I say, I'm never scared to repeat it. You think I was a killer, how these ends scared as ish. I pull up one deep, but ends bring they whole clique. Hey, who taking shots at a goofy AB? Watching me succeed from your knees sucking D. I know you want attention from the ends that I get. I'ma stake you a side plate, shrimp stay in your place. So I guess she's talking about Kelsey, saying that I know you want attention from the ends that I get. I'ma stake you a side plate, shrimp stay in your place. Watching me succeed from your knees sucking D. Okay. And so to that line, Kelsey's sister responded under the neighborhood talk because her sister said, but she's the friend going for the leftovers. Simmer down, side dish. So she's basically saying that it's you, Meg, like you're the one who went for the leftovers, like you're the one who went behind Kelsey's back. And Kelsey also laughed at this, and Kelsey said that she felt as though that was mad weird for her to say. And I can see why she would say that it was weird for her to say if, in fact, she was the one who talked to him first. If Kelsey talked to him first, and then you trying to flip it and try to make it seem like she's the grimy one, and if you went behind her back, I would feel like that was weird too if I was Kelsey.
Shorty catches COVID. Shorty has to go quarantine. She's on the sideline. Meg's her best friend. Somehow Meg and Tory get into the entanglement while that's happening. Meg has seen Tory for months. Meg and Tory is fucking for months. And he started just now for months. However, the best friend fuck with Tory. She was the one who was kind of interested in Tory. However, she got out of the picture, COVID, blah, blah, blah. Meg's on that. I hear that the argument you hear that Meg is talking about is because the best friend found out that Tory's been fucking Meg for months. Again.
Anyways, so it says real B, yeah, I ain't selling fairy tales. FaceTime my end while my other end laying there. B thinks she's sabotaging something, trying to run and tell. B, I got a bond with my ends and they are all aware. Yeah, who you taking shots at? Shut up with your scary A. Your mama shouldn't have kicked me while I was down bad. I remember all that. Next end send a shot, I'ma send it right back. So if you guys remember, at first it was reported that the mom, now I could never find the actual post of the mom, but there was a lot of rumors that the mom was going around saying that Megan was disloyal and she was not loyal to Kelsey, and Meg was the grimy one, and the mom was like saying stuff, but I only heard about people saying that the mom said that, but I can see now Meg put that shot to the mama, like your mama shouldn't have been, taking shots while I was down bad. So I'm guessing those rumors and rumblings were true. Also at that time, the sister also felt like Meg was disloyal to Kelsey as well, and she has spoke out at that time when people was trying to pressure Kelsey to speak the first time. This is what the sister had to say. First of all, B, you aren't entitled to know ish. Bees like you are the problem. Y'all want my sister to speak and defend herself for what? Nobody from that camp defended her or protected her that night or a single time after. Last time I checked, she allowed people to think Kelsey shot her and had her little friends sending threats, but want to scream protect black women. Ha, y'all MFers don't know what my sister has been through. Y'all have some nerve. Mind the business that pays you, and you see this glow? That's happiness, baby girl. Get you some. This comment screams misery. So again, back a couple months ago when people was trying to pressure Kelsey to talk the first time, this is what her sister had to say. And to that, Kelsey replied and said, let them make it. They don't know any better. And as the sister stated, Meg's friends was going after Kelsey and was sending her threats. There was a lot of them, going after her for not speaking on Kelsey on Meg's behalf. So the sister was kind of tired of it. Like, listen, people threatening my sister. My sister done went to jail behind this. Meg didn't stop my sister from going to jail. Like, none of that. So please, save it. Anywho, let's get back to the lyrics.
Okay. And then it says, I should have let them lock your A up, pussy. Okay. And I feel like if anybody does harm to you, lock them up. Like, why? Like, I just feel like it's a major contradiction to yell that black women are unprotected and then brag about not locking up the person that did harm to you and could potentially do harm to other black women if they are this violent person and that's just out here shooting people willy-nilly. Like, I feel like that's kind of contradictory in my opinion. Fans will say otherwise.
But whatever she says, it looks like he's not really able to defend himself against the claims. He's claiming that he's innocent. So all we can go off of is, yes, she was shot. But at this point, it's he say, she say, because she say he did it and he say it didn't go down like that. In his court appearance that happened a few days before her album dropping and her dropping this song, and a few days after she made the claim that he tried to pay her off, his attorney tried to understand what he's able to say in his defense, being that it can be deemed as him responding to the witness and violating his protection order. Now, when she brought this up to the judge, the defense then replied, and they made it appear as though when he did his Instagram live, he was intimidating and threatening the witness. They kind of shaped it as though, like, well, he already did a Instagram live and that could be deemed as threatening and intimidating. And it's like, damn, well, she could make claims, but if he responds, it's intimidating the witness. I mean, it's kind of a cold game in that aspect, because if she can make a claim, he should be able to make a defense if he says that he didn't do it.
Holly. Thank you. I'm just really seeking clarification from this court. I've had conversations with Ms. Todd about this. As the court may be aware, both of the individuals involved in this case, both my client and the complaining witness, are public figures, both of whom have recording careers and very active social media accounts. This week, for example, there was an interview published in a major magazine in which the complaining witness spoke about allegations in this case that, from my vantage point, are prejudicial not only to my client but to the proceeding itself. And I recognize that this court has no jurisdiction over a witness, and I don't necessarily have a problem with the witness exercising her First Amendment rights. However, the protective order potentially, at least arguably, prevents my client from responding in a way that could be perceived as a communication with the complaining witness. He is very mindful of that. It is very difficult, as you might understand, for him to read these things, to which he strongly objects and denies, but wants to be in full compliance with this court's order, and is therefore not speaking out in a way that would refute these allegations. And so I simply wanted to seek clarifications in this court, given that he has a recording career where he has made songs in the past that to a certain extent address these issues. And there are, as I said, articles coming out in which the complaining witness is addressing them very specifically. And I simply wanted to know from this court what your point of view was in that regard.
The protective order that was issued by this court speaks for itself. The court is unclear at this time specifically what your client would seek to do that might possibly be in violation. What I would propose is that if you know specifically of something that your client would like to say or do that you believe might be in violation of this protective order, that you set forth that question in writing and provide the people with an opportunity to respond. That will be due in writing no later than the next court date. Should you seek to have the matter litigated prior to then, please ask that the matter be set on calendar in the future home court.
I appreciate that. Just so that the record is clear, the court is clear, he has not reached out to her directly since this occurred. This incident occurred back in July. I think that we're speaking only to social media or recordings.
So the court's aware. My understanding is that after the protective order was issued, the defendant did in fact post what I believe was a roughly 30-minute Instagram live video, essentially talking about the facts of the case, but to which end he discussed specifically the witness or the victim and implied certain things about the victim lying. Although I am mindful he has certain First Amendment rights, that being said, there is a protective order with respect to not annoying, harassing, threatening, or intimidating the witness, knowing that he does have a large platform in which these individuals, his followers, do tag the victim. The victim certainly is exposed. She is essentially a captive audience to a lot of these comments. So I would ask, I know the defendant's not here, but certainly if he continues to do so, I would suggest that he certainly discuss that with counsel prior to posting anything that could potentially be construed as possibly intimidating behavior, annoying, harassing behavior, indirect contact to the victim. He has been subjected to threats already as a result of this case, and I do certainly have concerns with her safety and anything that may be perceived as possibly threatening this witness.
Okay, so you see what their response was, and it appears that even his Instagram live video where he was just posing the question to stuff that was put out by her in her Instagram lives, they shaped it as if he was intimidating the witness, when it just kind of looked like he was trying to defend his character, because he insinuated that it didn't go down like that. Now, he didn't flat out say that he did not shoot Meg Thee Stallion, so I do think that he is culpable and responsible for the shooting. I just think that he's trying to tell people, like, listen, it didn't happen like that. And I think he's alluding that it was more along the lines of an accident versus on purpose. Now, he's not even able to do that because it looks as though they're saying that even that video of him talking was considered intimidating. But, you know, she's putting out songs where she calling him a pussy and she's going at Kelsey, which Kelsey is not a part of. You know, she's not on trial, but I mean, I'm sure she's going to have to get her statement. But I feel as though when it comes at that point where if you make a claim, I can't even defend myself against it, and you have just as large of a platform that I do, or if not larger, I feel like at that point, if you can make a claim, but I can't make a claim, even though, yes, he should be limited in what he says because he has an open case, but at that point, I feel like neither person should be able to say anything, because if he can't defend himself and it's considered threatening, and she can make claims that can, you know, sway his reputation, and he's not able to defend it in a court of law yet, because they don't go to court until 2021. I feel like neither one of them should probably be able to say anything until it gets played out in court. I don't know. But here is some of the audio of what my night owls feel about the record. Here's what they feel about the song Shots Fired.
Oh, yo, Nique, what up? This is Jay Haynes. We spoke earlier on the live. I just wanted to give my thoughts on the whole Meg Thee Stallion diss track. I didn't think it was good. I think it was a waste of that Biggie instrumental. I think it wasn't very, clever, or, it wasn't that interesting for her to use that as like a play on words with the who shot you thing. She could have did way better. I would expect more from Rock Nation and all the people behind her with this big machine that she has. I haven't heard the album, but as far as a intro track, I don't think that was a great way to start it off. If I was interested in her music and I heard that as the tone setter for the album, I wouldn't be that thrilled, to keep going into it. And I think Tory would kill her if he dissed her. If he actually went bar for bar with her, he'd destroy her. The way she's rapping it's not it. That's all I can say. It's not it. Shout out to you though.
Hey, Nique. I just want to say that Megan is definitely wrong for coming at Kelsey and shots fired. And I feel like they were supposed to be friends long before she even started in the industry. So for the situation to happen and then she just comes at Kelsey, like, it's bad enough the girl is already getting flack because Megan's fans already attacking her. And now you have Megan coming out attacking her, which is going to fan the flames, and her fans are going to continue and probably even, cause this girl to, like, get off of social media. I just feel like she's wrong for coming at her like that if she was supposed to be her friend. It just feels like she was waiting for something to happen so that she could drag her.
So I just want her to be about what she talks about and not just use the protect black women, train for clout, because we're more than that. Like, we're not a trend, So it's like, we're not a trend. We set the trends and we deserve more. And if you're really going to be about sisterhood and uplifting women, then really be about what you say you about, what you rap about. And, acknowledge this woman and give her just due. That's all. Love you, Nique.
Hey, Nique, so this is in response to Meg's lyrics. I honestly feel like it's a little too late for all of that. I don't even want to hear it. Like, I feel like she took too long to give us an actual response. It's like, now you're doing it because you're trying to ride this wave that you have going on. She knows it's going to get people talking, it's going to help her album do good. But it's like, it's a little too late for that. I honestly don't want to hear it.
The only thing that I really have to say about it, Nique, is I was not convinced the way I was with Tory. It didn't move me. I wasn't moved. And I'm sad to say that, but that's just what it was.
Okay, so my thing on this whole Megan and Tory situation, like, I went and, I'm sorry, every one of her songs, some of them I can listen to the whole way through, but, like, literally I only listened to, like, 48 seconds of that. But, did Shane just violate her protective order? Like, how does that work? All I'm saying is I went through domestic violence for years with my ex-husband, and there was no type of contact whatsoever, no first, second, or third party contact. And anytime where there was contact, it could be indirect on social media or maybe passing a message along through my cousin or Kim or whoever, it didn't help my case. So everything that she's stating in this song basically is what they're trying to build a case. They may have built the case, they may have not built the case. But these songs, these diss tracks, these albums, mixtapes, whatever they are not helping at all. I don't see Megan getting what she wants. I do see Roc Nation maybe coming in to zoom in to help her. I don't know if this was manufactured or not. Women violate those protective orders and they're the victim, and they turn around and get charged for violating that protective order. It's a no contact order for a reason. That means no diss track, don't write no letters, no subliminal indirect stuff. It's just ridiculous. I could have did diss track too, but I didn't do it. Just be a more positive influence towards the women that's going through all this, that's going through the abuse. It's probably triggering to them. And to me, it's upsetting because you going about it the wrong way. Are you a bully or not? Because it looked like you just a big bully. You are bullying poor Tory. You got your people bullying Kelsey. I feel bad for them. And I feel like this was on purpose. I feel like her feelings are hurt. Her feelings are hurt for all this. But it's no need to lie and concoct some stuff up. You done came out with a diss track. That right there and then took the whole cake. I throw my hands up. I can't defend her no more. I can't defend her. Public defender's gonna do that now, I guess. They ain't got no paperwork, but they got them songs.
All right, so that is a couple night owls who DM me and wanted to share their thoughts on this Meg and Tory situation. The last person said she bullying poor Tory. Now, I wouldn't go that far. I ain't about to say she's bullying Tory, but it does seem like she's trying to intimidate Kelsey. Now, as far as Tory, I mean, hey, I feel like whatever she want to say it, but I feel like he should be able to respond. If he can't respond, then neither person should be able to say anything. And that's just that. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll catch y'all on the next video. You let me know what you think about her song Shots Fired, and what do you think about her album as a whole. All right, guys, peace.